Welcome back to Inglés 4.0, the radio show. Let's go! Advanced. All right, welcome back. And yes, welcome to Advanced Class 69. Moving along, 69. And I'm joined by a very special guest today, my good friend Alvaro. Alvaro, how are you?
Very well, thank you. How are you doing, Kyle?
Great, great. Thank you so much for joining me.
It's a pleasure.
It's great to have you because I've been spending a lot of time here talking to myself.
Yeah, I heard that.
And so it's nice to have someone to actually talk to. Yes, so thank you.
You're welcome.
And Alvaro, you work with Vago en Inglés 4.0 as well on
That's
the,
right.
let's say, the administrative side and the technical side and the, well, a number of sides. What do you do, Alvaro?
Well, mainly my daily tasks are to organize all the students that need to go to the 4.0 filmings. So they're available. They can go to the office. They pick them up. They have everything they need. And then also those vocabulary files you can find on the website. We organize the department, Vago and Television, all the recordings, the editing, and then the uploading to the server. So everything's ready for our students.
Excellent, excellent. Well, thank you, and you do a great job, Alvaro, so thanks a lot for that. But let's get down to business, Alvaro. It's time to get down to business with a little review of what we saw yesterday in Class 68. We were practicing the structures, it's time, and it's about time. It's about time you came to the studio, Alvaro. I've been waiting for you.
Yeah, I've been waiting too. It's about time.
It's high time, we can say, which is the same. It's just another way of saying it. It's high time you came to the studio so we could do this show, right? It's high time. So now I'm going to give you some information. I'd like you to make a sentence. Just add in one of these. It's about time, it's high time, or it's time. All right?
Okay.
So we bought a new one.
It's about time we bought a new one.
Yeah, it's about time we bought a new one. Again?
It's about time we bought a new one.
All right. And now, finally, I discussed this expression.
It's about time we finally discuss about this expression.
Well, it's about time you discussed this expression.
Oh,
yeah.
It's about time you discuss this expression.
Yeah, it's about time I discussed this expression. One thing there, be careful because we never say discuss about.
Ooh.
We talk about or we discuss, but we don't discuss about.
Interesting.
It's about time we discussed this expression. So, finally, we met each other.
It's about time we met each other.
Yes, it's about time we met each other. You asked for help.
It's about time you asked for help.
And what about it's high time?
It's a high time you asked for help.
Yes. You took a vacation.
It's about time you took a vacation.
Yes, I think so.
Me too.
You mastered these forms.
It's about time you mastered these forms.
Yeah, mastered
Mastered.
these forms.
It's about time you mastered these forms.
Yes, these forms.
These forms.
Yes, nice. So what you have to do, you have to remember to stick your tongue out, right? These forms. It's about time you mastered these forms.
It's about time you mastered these forms.
Fantastic. Okay, now, the other thing we saw yesterday is once and twice. Una vez, dos veces. And, for example, I have been... Have you ever been to Pamplona?
No, never.
Never?
Not even once.
Not even once.
Nope.
Ask me if I've ever been there.
Cal, have you ever been to Pamplona?
Yes, I have. Ask me how many times I've been there.
How many times have you been there to Pamplona?
Sorry?
How many times you've been
How many times have you been
Have
there?
you been there?
Again?
How many times have you been there?
How many times have you been there? I've been there once.
Once? Did you like it?
Yes, I did. I was there in July.
Oh,
So you know? That's right.
I have a very good friend. He lives there.
Yeah?
Yeah, he's a photographer.
Okay.
Yep.
Have you ever been to France?
Yep.
How many times have you been there?
Twice.
Oh, nice. He's been there
I've
twice.
been there twice.
He's been there twice. Ask me how many times I've been there.
Kyle, how many times you've been there?
Up, 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 up.
Have you been there?
Repeat.
Kyle, how many times have you been there?
I've been there twice.
Twice.
Also. So you've been there twice,
Yep,
and I've been there twice.
both.
We've each been there twice. Okay. Have you ever been to Santander?
Yeah, more than twice.
More than twice?
Yep.
3 times?
A lot more. Maybe like 100.
Oh,
Yeah, a lot of times.
okay. Ask me if I've ever been to Santander.
Kyle, have you ever been to Santander?
Well, no, I haven't been to Santander. I've been near Santander to San Vicente de la Barquera.
Very well.
Thank you.
La Barquera.
Thank you very much.
You should go to
Yes.
Santander. Very nice place.
I didn't go to Santander, but ask me how many times I've been to the area.
To the area. Okay, Kyle, how many times have you been to the area of Santander?
Fantastic. I've been there once.
Once?
Only once.
you like
yeah.
it?
Yes, I did. Ask me how many times I've been to Portugal.
Kyle, how many times have you been there to Portugal?
Where?
Sorry, how many times have you been there? Been to Portugal.
Yeah.
In Portugal.
Hey, two. Hey, Kyle, how many times have you been to Portugal? Again?
Kyle, how many times have you been to Portugal?
Yes. What do you want to know?
Why?
What do you want to know?
I want to know how many times have you been there?
I want to know how many times you have been there.
You have been there.
Yes.
Got me in that one.
Gotcha. Yes, I've been there once. Have you ever been to Portugal?
No, never.
Never?
Never.
Oh, you should go. It's worth it.
Yeah, it's very near. But
Yes.
I didn't have time. I don't know why.
You haven't had time yet. Maybe
Yet.
maybe in the summer or whatever. Have you ever been to Barcelona?
Yep.
How many times have you been there?
Twice.
Oh, yes. Can you give me a full sentence?
I've been there to Barcelona twice.
Twice. Ask me how many times I've been there.
Kyle, how many times have you been there?
I've been there once.
Once?
But I'd like to go again. Yes.
Definitely. You should go there again.
Yeah. All right.
Expression of the day.
All right, it is time now for our expression of the day. That's right. Alvaro, are you ready for the expression of the day today?
I hope so.
Okay, I hope so too. The expression of the day is below par.
Below par.
Yes. Now, what does par mean? P-A-R, par.
Are we talking about golf?
Well, we could be. In this case, we're not talking about golf, but we do. Right. That's an interesting question because we do have golf where they have par, which is sort of a benchmark for your score. But par is considered average,
Yeah, well,
normal. So if we say below par, I mean, we mean substandard. So if we say, oh, their new album is a little bit below par.
so it's a bad meaning, no?
Yeah, it's negative. It means it's not as good as expected. You're not saying it's terrible, but
Could be better.
it's a little bit below par.
Below
you know?
par.
So we could be talking about an album for a band, or we could be talking about the quality of a product. Ooh, that car, the body of the car was a little bit below par. You know, it was damaged. And if you're buying a second-hand car, maybe you're looking at it and you say, oh, the body is a bit below par.
Korean car, maybe, no?
Or maybe the standards are below par, you know? Substandard, less than average.
So a good car will be above par?
Would be on par.
On par. not
We could
above.
say, well, on par, or then we could say above. Well, we don't normally say above par, but we say on par. We could say, imagine we're shopping for computers, for example, and I look at different options and I see one and the price is fairly average. I could say, well, that computer is about on par. It's on par with the others.
Okay.
It's on par with the
So
others.
Maybe Woody Allen's movies are all on par, but maybe the last one was below par.
Below? Do you think it was below par? I didn't see it.
Well, I think it was Vicky Cristina Barcelona, no? And people claiming, the critics saying that it's not his best movie.
It's a bit.
So maybe we could say that.
You could, absolutely. It's a little bit below par. I expect so much from Woody, but this one was a bit below par. Yeah. Okay. You could say that, absolutely. Very good.
Good expression.
All right, yes, and that is our expression of the day, to be below par. Very good. All right, so now, we have a very interesting structure here. Very interesting. The passive voice. The passive voice. So, but it's not very hard. Basically, with the passive voice, the subject receives the verb, receives the action, right? So, and it's not very hard. What we do is we always conjugate. We have the tense. The tense in the active voice or the passive voice will be the same. But in the passive voice, the tense, we will use the verb to be, and the verb to be will carry the tense. And then we will follow that by a participle of the verb, of the verb in question. So if we say he does it every day, he does it every day. In the active voice, it is done every day. It is, with the verb to be, it is done every day. Right?
Okay.
So now, when do we use this? Now, over the next few classes, we're going to be practicing with this structure. So it's important to know when we use it and why. And typically, we use the passive voice when we're thinking about, for example, the importance of the subject. Like Kennedy. Who shot Kennedy? Do you know?
And the real guy? I don't know.
Oswald. A guy named Lee Harvey Oswald. But historically, Kennedy is much more important. So in the newspaper will say, Kennedy was shot, or Kennedy killed by Oswald, if they want to. But nobody's going to say, Oswald killed Kennedy. No, because we want to emphasize Kennedy because he is historically more important. So to emphasize importance, that's one use. Another use is to make bad news less harsh. Let's say, less harsh, less duro, menos duro, right? Do you have a cat?
No. I have a dog.
You have a dog. Okay. Well, let's pretend that you have a cat.
Okay.
But your cat lives outdoors.
Yeah.
Well, that's not so common in Spain, is it? Where I come from, a lot of people have cats that actually live outside. It's a bit strange. Anyhow, a bit strange, yes. Imagine you live in Canada and you have a cat.
Okay, I'm living in Canada and I had a cat.
I'm driving down the road and your cat comes running out and I hit your cat and I kill your cat. So I go to your door and I knock on the door and I say, "Oh, Alvaro, bad news. Your cat was killed." Right?
Yep.
I could say, "Hey, Alvaro, I killed your cat." But instead I say, "Your cat was killed." So I'm making the bad. I don't want to be responsible. This way, you don't know who killed it. But I'm giving you the news. But I'm making your cat the subject rather than me. It's like when a boss has to fire someone. They say, "You're being released" or "You're fired." The boss never says, "Hey, I'm firing you." No, it would be ridiculous, right? The boss doesn't want to be associated. The boss doesn't want to accept that responsibility. So the boss says, "I'm sorry, but you are being fired." Right?
Interesting.
The passive voice. There we go, the passive voice. So how do you say "se hace todos los días"?
It's been done every day.
Se hace. Well, it's done.
It's done. It's done every day.
It's done every day. No se hace todos los días.
It's not done every day.
It's not done, or it isn't done.
It isn't done every day.
Every day. Se está haciendo ahora mismo.
It's been done right now.
Yeah, it's being done right now. It's being done right now. No se está haciendo ahora mismo.
It's not being done right now.
It's not being done right now. Or with the other contraction?
Isn't being done right now.
It isn't being done.
It isn't being done right now.
Yeah, it's being done right now. It isn't being done right now. But right, we have two possible ways to make that contraction. It isn't or it's not. It's not being done right now.
Which one is more common?
You can use either one. It depends on your mood.
But it sounds different to say one way or the other.
No, I mean it's not being done. It isn't being done. Yeah, you can use either one. Take your pick. Yeah. ¿Se está haciendo ahora mismo?
It's being done right now.
But it's a question, this one, sorry.
It's being done right now.
Is it? Is it being done right now? Remember, the word order has to change in the direct question. Is it being done right now?
Is it being done right now?
Is it being done right now? I don't know. I don't know if it's being done right now. Is this program being recorded right now?
Is this program being recorded right now?
Yeah, yes, it is. It's being recorded right now.
Yep.
Okay.
It's being recorded right now.
Okay, good. Vocabulary of the day. All right, it's time now for the vocabulary of the day. Alvaro, are you ready for the vocabulary of the day?
Let's go.
5 words. 5 words. The first word, pura sangre. Woo!
Ooh,
Quite a word. Like with horses.
Yeah, it's something like breed, maybe.
Well, we have bread, but we say thoroughbred.
Thoroughbred.
Thorough, like extensively thorough.
So that horse is a thoroughbred?
Yep, it's a thoroughbred.
Pura sangre.
Yes, thoroughbred. Or thoroughbred dogs can be very expensive, right? Considerado.
Not sure right now. It's,
What about starting with TH?
thoroughly. Thoroughly.
No. Consider thoughtful.
Thoughtful.
For a person in this sense, right? Oh, that was very thoughtful of you. Thank you. You're a very thoughtful person.
Thoughtful.
Thoughtful person.
Considerable.
Yes. Is your boss a thoughtful person?
Yes, he's very thoughtful.
Oh, very good. Intentar.
To try.
To try or to try or to attempt
Attempt.
also. But yes, to try, of course. Ser gordo.
To be fat.
To be fat,
chubby?
but that, yeah, okay, but that's a little bit strong. We have, especially in North America, it's very important to try to be politically correct, and we say to be overweight. Overweight. Again?
Overweight.
Yes. Soportar, aguantar.
To bear.
To bear, exactly, to bear. We have to bear, to put up with, to tolerate. And we also have the structure to stand. But stand is always used in the negative. We always say, I can't stand it. I've been putting up with you for years and I can't stand it anymore. I've been bearing it. I have to bear his noise night and day, and I can't stand it any longer. Right?
Mm-hmm.
So stand is always used in the negative, whereas to bear is very common. Bear, just like oso, right?
But you can't can and stand it, no? It's always for negative.
Stand is in the negative. That's right. I can't stand it. I can't stand it any longer.
So I can't say I can stand it a little bit longer? No.
We don't...
Sound weird, no?
Exactly. That's the best way. It sounds strange. You're right. It's not that the Cambridge, or the rules.
You could be correct.
The Queen of England won't chase me down, but
yeah.
but it would be abnormal. Okay.
Okay.
Alvaro, the bad news is we're out of time.
Oh no.
We're done.
Well, that was fast.
You know what they say? Time flies when you're having fun.
Yep.
So we're done, but we will be back tomorrow. At least I will be back. Maybe Alvaro will be back soon.
If you invite me again, I will hear.
Hopefully. Well, thank you, Alvaro. And tomorrow, same time, same place. I'll see you then. Thanks, Alvaro.
Bye-bye. See you.
All right, bye-bye.